What is the point of the law? Galatians 3:19. Great question, Paul. It was added because of transgressions, having been ordained through angels by the agency of a mediator, that was Moses, until, we're talking about the law of Moses here. What's the point of this law of Moses? He's asking the question, a good teacher here. It was added until the seed came. Who was the seed? The seed was Jesus. Very important. You know, the promise was to Abraham and to his seed that they would be heir of everything. How would you like to be heir of everything? Well, the promise was made, seed of Abraham. That was firstly Jesus, and then all of us who are true Christians in the New Testament sense. So Paul then asks this question in verse 21. Is the law then contrary to the promises of God made to Abraham? No, of course not. If the law of Moses had been given, which was able to impart life, which it couldn't do, then being right with God would indeed have been based on law. But the scripture has shut up everyone under sin, so that the promise made to Abraham by faith in Messiah Jesus might be given to those who believe. It's all about believing. Back to Mark 1. Always go back to Mark 1, the beginning of the gospel. Before faith came, he says in 23, that's to say, before Jesus came, we, all of us, were kept in prison under the law. You don't want to be there. If you're hankering after keeping the Sabbath or the holy days or the new moons or the food laws, don't go there. It's dangerous. You're putting yourself under the wrong covenant. So the law, he says in 24, has now become our tutorial guide to lead us to Christ, so that we, all of us, may be made right by believing, by faith. But now that Jesus has come, faith has come, we, Jews and Gentiles alike, are no longer under that custodial guide or guard. You are all sons and daughters of God through faith in Messiah Jesus. All of you who are baptized, and water baptism, of course, is absolutely essential in the New Testament scheme. You were all water baptized into Messiah, and you clothed yourself. You put on the clothes of Christ. Now, there is neither Jew nor Greek. It doesn't matter what you are ethnically. Your skin color is totally irrelevant. Your nationality is irrelevant. There's no servant or free man, no male or female, so to speak, spiritually speaking. You are all one in Messiah Jesus. And look at this glorious climax. If you belong to Messiah under those conditions, then you qualify as Abraham's seed. And you never forget that famous text in Romans 4, the promise to Abraham that he would be heir of the world. I left out the seed part. Let me repeat it. The promise was to Abraham and his seed, his descendants, they would be heir of the whole world. That comes to you through having the faith of Abraham, which is the same as the faith of Jesus. So that Galatians is devastatingly difficult for the so-called Jewish roots people. And again, Paul said, if I, Paul, were still teaching physical circumcision, why in the world am I being punished and persecuted? The answer is he was not preaching and teaching physical circumcision. He was not preaching and teaching the food laws. He was not preaching and teaching the holy days, new moons, and weekly Sabbath. Why? Because those things are a shadow of the reality, which is Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that counts now.